So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do a very simple double jump. If you just want to learn how to do a double jump, you'll learn that within a few seconds. But if you want to stick around for a bit, I'll show you how to make it so you can only double jump if it detects something like that. So when you got by a wall, you can sort of do a little double jump. So essentially, this is a very, very simple process. So what you want to do is go into your content drawer and go to content, and you want to open your third person character, or yours might be first person character. So go to your content drawer, the bottom, third person, blueprints, third person character. And then when you open this up, you've got your viewport and your event graph. And your event graph is where you do all your code and stuff. So if you scroll down and you find the jump input action, you press the button jump, stop jumping once you don't press a button, I suppose. So yeah, so what we're going to do is a very simple double jump. So all we need to do is find a node called set jump max count, right? And then this little node comes up. So say if we set that to 2, right? And we put that between started and jump. This just means that we can double jump straight away. So that's a double jump essentially. So, and that's it. The only problem with this is now that it's always it's double jump is always set, because there's no resetting it back to 0 or anything like that. We've just set that up to 2. I mean, you could change that to 4, and now you're just gonna be able to double jump, jump 4 times. So that is very, very simple, right? What we're gonna do is, in one of my old tutorials, I did a tutorial where you can pick this coin up. So on the right hand corner, it's got 0. If you go around to this coin and picks it up, and it's got 1, right? So I'm just showing you this for an example of how you can set this sort of stuff up. So I have a variable called coin set as 0. Every time I pick it up, it goes up by 1, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make it so we can only double jump if we collect this coin. So what I want to do is set that back down to 1. Bring in the coin variable, get coin, then a branch. No, not a branch, sorry. Get a branch. And then from the coin variable, if this is equal or greater than 1, we're going to set the jump count to 2. So just bring this branch up here. True. Then get that jump count and Control C, Control V to copy and paste. Set that one to 2 because that's the true one, and set false to 1. And drag that in. So basically, if we collect the coin, we can double jump. If we don't collect the coin, we only jump once. So we can only jump once. Now we can double jump, and it's just because we've set a condition. We've set the condition. So another thing that you could do with this sort of thing. So I mean, you might not have a coin set up or anything like that, but you could do like a line trace. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a line trace. So if we go by a wall, we can double jump. So we can jump when we detect a wall. Come down to some empty space and add custom event. Add custom event, and we can just call this detect wall. Out of detect wall, drag out of that and put line trace by channel. Go into your viewport and add a arrow. Attach that to the mesh and drag that arrow up like that. So the reason why I'm attaching it to the mesh is so it follows the mesh. Right, so we've got this arrow here. Drag this arrow out. Get world location. Get world rotation. The start is get world location. Get world rotation. Get forward vector. Then out of forward vector, so this is just to follow along really, and I'm just kind of riffing with this really, to be honest. This wasn't part of the tutorial plan. So get world rotation, get forward vector, then multiply, and then on the multiply, convert this to a float. So if you don't know how to do that, right click on this bit and to float, and this will be the distance in front. So let's just put 600, and then drag out of this, add, drag that one into there, drag that one into there, and then so basically where the arrow starts is added to the rotation of the arrow, and times 600 forward is added, and that's going to be the end, right? So if we just put a draw debug type for duration, right? So this is just a simple line trace. Let's delete all of this and just throw your jump back in. But so reset it back to the jump. We're gonna see this custom event that we just made, detect wall. Out of this, type detect wall, and it will run that custom event every time you jump. See, so that red line is coming out. That means that when a jump, it's detecting 600 in front, right? So your custom event is running every time you jump, but we need it to do something, right? So out of the line trace by channel, drag out of here and type branch. This just basically saying if it hits something. If it hits something, we're gonna set max jump count. Get that, copy and paste, control C, control V. True, set it to 2. False, set it back to 1. And because that custom event is already in there, whatever we do to this custom event will be running in this node as well. So now look, if we can jump, because look, it's detected. See, but if we're over here, it's not detecting anything. But you go up to the wall, the line trace detected. So essentially the reason why I did it like this by the wall is because if you had, say for example, an animation of like a grabbing ledge animation, you could add that into this custom event that you'd made. So for example, you could do a boolean that was true, that this had been detected, and then in your animation blueprint it could set off the grabbing ledge animation. So when you get all your timings right and stuff, it essentially looks like you're grabbing the ledge. So you jump, grab the ledge, and see. So you can do other things as well. So you could on this where it says set jump count, you could grab the character movement and you could put set jump velocity and check which the velocity is at the moment. So the jump velocity at the moment is 800. So let's set that to 1000. Get that, copy and paste. Set that one back down to 800. Remember to drag in the target and then drag them to like that. So basically it's saying if that line trace that we made touches something, set the jump count to 2 and set the jump velocity to 1000. If it doesn't, just keep it at 1 and keep it at its default. So it would be like this now. So when you jump up to the wall, see, he jumps higher. Yeah, so that's kind of it. I don't know if that was complicated or what, but if you just sort of follow these nodes, remember that what you got to remember is where you put that arrow, right? And so that's just that arrow 1. There will be an arrow component in your character, but you've added an arrow, and that's where you're getting the line trace information from, because the arrow that you've put in there is at this position, 1.39 on the Z, rotation 90, and it's using that arrow's information to get a start point and an end point, and it's times in by 600 forward. Then it's saying if that forward touches something, set the jump count to 2. If it doesn't, set it to 1. Because it's a custom event, you've added it into your jump there, detect wall. So custom events are really good because you can just, I could just start creating code all the way across here, and then I could just add a custom event and call it something and drag that node into the start of the code. So yeah, custom events are pretty cool. But yeah, I hope that helps and it wasn't too complicated. But like I say, if you do want to just a simple double jump for all your jumps, you just add this jump max count node into your jump, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.